Hey guys, I've been on a little bit of a Resident Evil 4 tangent. I've been playing a lot of the story mode. I went back and got S plus on every difficulty of the campaign and got S plus plus on every mercenary on every level for the mercenaries. So I was kind of sort of thinking about doing a little bit more content, maybe doing a campaign run and maybe even doing some of the mercenaries as a series. So here's where I'm at. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a try. Kind of wanted to start with Albert Wesker. Was sort of thinking about maybe doing some of the characters I like most. This doesn't necessarily mean I like them most in the series, but just I like how they play. Start with them, and then go down from there. If I want to see about doing every character, we'll see. So let's give it a go. So I'd like to start with Wesker because I think he's a lot of fun to play. Not off to the greatest start here, but I'll get by with a parry, I guess. Wesker's pretty straightforward. It's mostly just going for headshots and then going for melees. At some point, you gotta start being careful about your positioning with Wesker. You don't always want to go in for the melee, because then you could be surrounded. But I gotta say, Wesker's really good at getting himself out of sticky situations because of his parry. In contrast to the Pinstripe Leon I found, I think, in my opinion, he has the hardest time of getting out of sticky situations, because if he has no ammo and no ultimate, his reload is so slow that he just struggles of getting back out if he gets overwhelmed. Where opposite, Wesker has that parry right there, huge parry that can get himself out. As long as he hits one counter, he can get himself out, so that's pretty huge. Yeah, I just think he's a lot of fun to play. When I first saw him doing this, dude, my jaw dropped. I had no idea he could do this, because I didn't watch stuff. I didn't watch videos for a long time or play Mercenaries because I wanted to see what everyone did firsthand, and I had no idea that Wesker did all this. And Wesker is nuts. I knew in Resident Evil 5 all the crazy stuff he did, but I didn't know that during this time he could still do all that stuff, which I guess kind of makes sense. I think they were saying that since Resident Evil 1 he could do all this crazy stuff. After Resident Evil 1, essentially. Wesker doesn't have a knife, though, and that's kind of the one weird thing about him. It's kind of really weird not having a knife. I would honestly rather have the parry that he does have, but that means whenever an enemy grabs you, you can't knife attack to get out, so it's just kind of weird, but it's something you gotta get used to. And you will, if you're playing him enough. Which, I haven't played any of the Mercenaries a lot. I think I mentioned I got S pluses all of them and just recently did that. Only, again, because I didn't play Mercenaries very much until recently. But I had been playing so much Resident Evil, I decided to finally get into the Mercenaries. Which I guess people were saying they had trouble S plusing. I didn't really have trouble S plusing many of these. The only one I had trouble S plusing, or excuse me, S plus plusing, was Pinstripe Leon on one of the levels. What was it? I feel like it was the island. And that was just because at some point a lot of the zombies overwhelm you with those parasites that merge and get on their back. And like I talked about, in my opinion, Pinstripe Leon has a huge problem of getting overwhelmed, and when they can close on you that fast and attack quickly, that's a big problem for Leon. Besides that, no one really had a problem. And on any other levels either. It was really just that one. Oh, thought I parried that. I'm glad I reloaded there. Yeah, Wesker's reload is a little slow. This pistol works well for him. It works super well because it shoots slow, it reloads slow, but it hits hard and it stun locks, so you're able to get your melee in. So it works super well with him, and it's a lot of fun. Oh, this is bad. Oh, I'm surprised that didn't hit me. Nope. So sometimes I wait to use my ultimate ability just so they group up. Easy. That was a huge play there. Just had to think about it for a second. The nice part about Wesker is he gets a lot of utility, at least in terms of grenades and flashbangs, which works super well for him because he can do all the special melee attacks once they're stunned. He kind of needs it because he gets no healing. Very limited. I think he's the most limited on healing, at least from what I've seen. Actually, to be honest, I didn't think I got that one. I guess I did my ultimate not at a very good time, because now here comes the bosses. I still have a lot of mag ammo though, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I have enough. Should be enough, though. See, that would be a bad melee attack to go for. That was huge. That one's a good one, because I'm going to blast him back. Oof. Huge counters. Huge counters. And with the Mayo. Let's go. Dang. His eyes glowing red like that in the ultimate. So, not my highest score, but a pretty good start here. He's so much fun to play. Alright. Off to the next one. Alright. Off to the castle as Wesker now. I had mixed feelings about this one. I thought this one was kind of hard at first, but then after playing it a little bit more, it didn't seem all that hard. As much as I wanted to say it was hard. See, this is where I kind of wish he had a knife. I prefer to just run up and knife the barrels instead of doing the animation. The only time I really do the animation instead of knifing are they gonna attack me? What's going on here? That was weird. The only time I do the animation is to like cancel or finish early a magazine change. There we go. Getting into it now. Missed entirely. I think the only quirk I can really see with this one is these guys that spawn the parasites that come out. The parasite that can one-shot you can randomly get you sometimes. It's not really a problem until it becomes a problem and essentially one-shots you. That's kind of the only thing really that's difficult about this one. Oh, thought I had more ammo. Oh, interesting. It hit me out of that. Usually in these animations... Oh, he shoots faster. I didn't know that. I always just do the combo attack whenever I'm in that. But usually when you're in the animations for melee, you have like priority of invulnerability. You're not going to get hit out of them. So I just thought that was interesting. That the parasite was able to hit me out of that. Not sure that if that's ever happened to me before. The guy like went for a punch and then decided he didn't want to finish the rest of it. Huge counter. Yeah, these things. I feel like that should have one-shot me. That's kind of weird. Yeah, I guess it's kind of more of a problem for Wesker because he doesn't have a knife to counterattack. Well, I guess he can just straight up parry it probably. Yeah, these guys aren't very fast on this one. They're taking their sweet time. They don't want to cross Wesker on this, and I don't blame them. I had noticed too with Wesker, if you stun two enemies, it seems like he goes to whoever you first stun. If both the options are available. I thought that was kind of interesting. Because I'll have moments where I'll stun two people. I'll stun someone in the back and then I'll stun someone on the front. And he always seems to attack the person in the back, the first person that I stun. Oh. Let's go for a flashbang here. Just mop up everyone, holy moly. Dude, About to drop my combo. Oh, I dropped it. That's alright. I should still get the S++. I noticed it just seems like as long as you're able to get all 150 enemies, it seems like you're able to get the S++ pretty easy. Unless maybe you're not going for headshots or not doing your ultimate ability at all. I don't know. For me, it always just seems easy to go for headshots. And you get bonus points for the extra time you earn and gain like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seconds every time you do a headshot. So getting bonus time is actually worth doing if you can. Oh, huge stun. Huge counter. Huge counter. Huge counter. Kinda unfair. Ooh, big. I didn't know that for a really long time that those, what do they call them, like Gyarados? That enemy, if you get their parasite out by shooting them and then throw a flashbang, it deals extra damage essentially to them. I did not know that forever. I only recently learned that. And that's been something that's really been helping me. This is going a lot smoother than I would have thought, honestly. I think I might have mentioned before that I thought this was kind of one of the, not harder ones, but it was a problem. And that is not the case right now. If I can squeeze past here. Do I have any healing? Oh, perfect. What is this? I actually thought that was a regular grenade, but I'll take it. Whatever. Getting down to the end here. Yeah, it's pretty important that whenever you're in, like, ultimate, whether you're Wesker or Browser, you pretty much always want to be melee attacking because you have a level of invulnerability. That's kind of what you're seeing me take advantage of. It's the last guy here. See, I hardly even used the Magnum.
And that's the game.
Easy. Easy. Unfortunately, I dropped my combo a few times. Still got the S++ though. Very nice. Alright, now off to the island. I find this one to be pretty hard. I find the grunts on this one, just the enemies around everywhere, to be the hardest, mostly because of the parasite that will attach and make them run faster. Oh, I thought I parried. Okay. They can swarm you pretty quick if you're not careful. And it can be a problem for certain characters like I talked about that I won't go into for the third time. So, I'd have to say that this one, I think this one and the platform is probably the two hardest. I'd say the enemies by themselves, this one's the hardest. In terms of the bosses, the platform's probably harder because it has the crazy chainsaw man. If it wasn't for that, that wouldn't be the case. And I keep forgetting, it doesn't seem like you can counter the crazy chainsaw man with your knife. And I keep trying to counter him, and then I end up getting one shot. And see, that's what I was talking about. I shot the guy in the back first, but it seemed, and then shot another guy that was a little closer, but it still seemed like I went for the guy that was farther, even though... Okay. Even though That other guy was closer. These guys can be a problem, though. It can happen that if you're not careful, if you're not listening. I had a couple times where I was trying to get the S++s, a few times even, where I like didn't have my headphones in and I didn't hear them like winding up their gun, like loading it like how he is right now, and I didn't hear it, and they ended up getting me from like across the map. So that boss can kind of surprise you as well. It happened to me a few times. I didn't realize that Wesker shot so fast during his ultimate mode. I thought it was just all hand-to-hand combat. I guess I never really tried. And you learn some things doing this as well. Like, one thing that I learned from doing this, at least for one of the mercenaries, was Luis. You can shoot his dynamite to make it go off earlier. I didn't know that for, like, forever until I was almost done with getting S++s. Which that would have helped because where's the rocket launcher? That would have helped to know because one, he's invulnerable as he's putting it down. He also does like a little AoE stun lock around him. And so, you know, you have those two facts, but also he can't put another one down until that one explodes. So if you're able to explode it early, that's actually very huge. It can be in certain situations. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, I thought this guy was gonna hit me. He like did a little Johnny Cage shoulder drop from Mortal Kombat 9 there. Ah, yeah, there it is. Okay, so he reloads really fast, too. I mean, it kind of makes sense when you're in ultimate mode. Just depends for every character. Most every character, that's the case. But there's some characters where it's specifically better to use some guns than others. Such as Leon. It's pretty much always best to use his worst gun during those moments. Such as his pistol. Yeah, for the regular one. Or, if you're Pinstripe Leon, to use his machine gun during his ultimate. Going kind of crazy out here. Oh, okay. Say that and then I get rocked. Oh, tanked that. Give me a break here. What are you doing? Wesker doesn't get very much healing, so we'll see what I can do here. I knew there was a green herb here. Kinda don't want to use it, but kinda don't have a choice. Oh, alright, I gotta keep this combo going. Usually you could knife there, but because I'm Wesker, he doesn't have a knife, you can't. Alright, now's a good time to ultimate. Oh, did that not hurt me because I was in his ultimate mode? That was huge. Oh, I thought I could teleport around that. All the same. Whoa. Huge play. Oh. See, this is where you start to have some problems. Oh, I missed. I did not need that. Depending on what character you are, at least. I still feel like Pinstripe Leon struggles with this very hard. I think that's also a little bit because I don't think he gets very many flashbangs. I think he can get them, but he doesn't get a lot. So if you're using them, again, it can be a problem. Oh, what's up? Oh, I missed. Oh, I missed a lot. That was very bad. Oh, I dropped my combo again. Oh, well, we're at the end here. Big W. There we go. Easy enough. Not too bad at all on that one. I guess I'm just getting more practiced up, huh? Alright, last one for Wesker here. I guess you're getting kind of a mixture of enemies on this one. I don't know. I don't know if people thought this one was hard. I don't think this one's very hard. The only problem is just the chainsaw, but I mean, you can work around that. Like Wesker has this Magnum. It does pretty good work. Of course, if you have your ultimate, it's pretty much game over for them. These things are really easy. They go down in 1 hit, 2 hits even. Later on, as enemies start to get more health, do more damage. It's so funny if you played the original Resident Evil 4. Those first bugs that you encounter are... maybe I'm scared to say this. There's such a problem when you're in that, like, sewer. I was kind of joking around with them, and I was using my pistol with them. And they ended up one-shotting me. Or not one-shotting me, but they ended up killing me the very first one. I didn't realize that they were kind of a tough enemy in the original game. In this game, they're just kind of a nuisance. Okay, here comes the chainsaw. Crazy chainsaw. I'm just going to save my ultimate for him when he gets over here, just so I don't have to worry about him. Yeah, here he comes now. He's so fast. Oh, did I get him already? That was fast. Make quick work of him. Oh, I was trying to parry there, but it didn't go off. I think I was in the animation for something else. Dropping my pistol or something. Again, yeah, I was trying to parry. Okay, that one I think I might have just missed. Give me a break, guys. Again, this one's not feeling super hard. Oh, I thought he was gonna try to hit again. Oh, got him in one go. Yeah, if you counter those Gyarados, they turn their back immediately. And that includes even just with the knife too. It doesn't have to be the Wesker parry. But if you do it with the knife, it's got to be a perfect parry though. But again, that's something else that's super helpful to know. See, if you get overwhelmed, you can just parry everything. Rocket launcher guy out here helping me out. I love the movement too for Wesker. It's just so fluent. If you told me... That was close. If you told me about Wesker's movement or like putting this in the game, I would have been like, man, that's kind of lame. You're just kind of teleporting around. In practice, it is actually a lot of fun. And it's you actually have to make like a conscious effort when you go back to a normal character that they don't teleport around like Wesker does. It's just so easy, you don't have to think about it. That every time you stun an enemy, you can just teleport to them and do a melee attack. It's so nice. Now, not to say that I want it for every future Resident Evil game, but it's just a nice feature to have and play around with for sure. But I will say though, that's why I really wish, I think it was a Capcom that makes this game, I really wish they'd make a Resident Evil 5 and hope that they do. Like, they nail these mechanics. And not only that, but Resident Evil 5 was also cooperative. And I actually have a cooperative playthrough with my brother, because him and I would play the Resident Evil games cooperatively. So it would just be a lot of fun. Man, sounds like there's a lot going on behind me. There we go. Not too shabby. Then here comes another one, right? The mayhem mode should take quick work of him, though. Should make quick work of him. Did I get him already? Oh, not yet. I better get him here, though. There we go, we got him. Easy work. Oh, missed one. Alright, where's this last one? Where's the last one? No, hold on, wait. I'm right here, I'm right here. Good night. Hey, there we go. End it off on a good note. That's what I'm talking about. Wesker's so much fun to play. Oh, new high score too. So much fun to play. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna do a little bit more of these. I did this really fast. This is, I don't know, it's getting easy for me, I guess. As well as if you want to stick around, I'm probably gonna do an S plus hardcore run of Liam at some point, just because I S plus everything, all of his difficulties, and I was getting pretty good at that. And I just recently posted my original playthrough from when this game first came out. A little bit more bland than I would have wanted, so I kind of want to go back and do another one. And of course, doing an S plus run, so it should be interesting. So yeah, thanks for watching and sticking around.